Because the top is such a large surface, I actually worked in sections to do this brush and roll paint method on it. So here I'm applying it to the top of the dresser. However, again, I'm working in sections. So I'm adding on a good amount of paint using my brush, and I'm applying it on probably maybe about 6 inches worth because my roller is a 4-inch roller, and I want to make sure that I'm rolling it while the paint is still very wet and fresh. So here I am going over it with the foam roller just to even out all those brush marks. Then I go ahead and I grab my brush, paintbrush again. I overlap slightly, ever so slightly, and I apply about another 6 inches worth of paint, fresh paint, next to what I just rolled out. Then grabbing the roller, I feather them in together and I roll out all the brush marks again. I keep working in sections until I'm entirely finished. Then I let it dry and I gave it a really good sanding in between coats. I used a 320 sandpaper along with a block, and I just sanded it until it was super, super smooth. I cleaned all the dust with a tack cloth, and then I went in and did the exact same process once again for my second coat, working in sections, applying it with the paintbrush, and then rolling it with the foam roller. And here's what it looks like. Still wet. This has just been rolled. This is the second coat. And here's a magnifying close-up of what the paint looks like when it's all wet. And again, this is very, very magnified with the camera. I'm pointing here at the wet part and you can see the texture. But if you move to the other side of the dresser, this is what it starts looking like when it's drying. This part of the dresser is half dried, half wet, and you can see how much more it evens out once it starts to dry. And again, this is a very magnified look. When you're standing back from the dresser, this, in my opinion, it looks like a sprayed finish if you're standing back from the dresser. When you're looking at a very magnified close look up at the dresser, you can see that there's a slight texture in the paint.